Welcome back, everyone, to another episode here of The Long Dark with me, Dead Man Command, and all you, my wonderful viewers, and this, of course, Will the Mac. So, it is a start of a new day here. I did some digging around on the achievement, and the notes are kind of vague, but it appears that even eating meats that you find in kitchens and things like that, like we found some in Coastal Highway of the fish and stuff like that. Like if you search a house like in the freezer and they have a fish or whatever in there, that counts against you in the achievement. So we have actually got quite a bit of waiting to go for us to get that. So I think we'll just wait to do that at another time. What I want to do now is, since it sounds nice, we're going to take a little bit of water. We're going to take the bits of food here. They're about to go. Yeah, you just have to feed off the stuff that you harvest yourself. Good God, that's a lot. But we can actually drop some of these. Let's drop this one. Let's drop these. We probably don't need the torch, but we'll keep it nonetheless. Yeah, we'll keep the two hacksaws here. Actually, I'll bring one with us. So you have to feed off, yeah, the achievement is you can feed off animals or plants, but it has to be everything you harvest yourself. You can't find anything. Yeah, Guru, I mean, the achievement to use only the bow kind of exists in... Damn, -9. That's pretty cold. Well, let's see how far we get. The not using the rifle for the first 50 days is pretty hard. I mean, I'm on just 62, and, you know, if I wasn't using the rifle, I'd have fought off a lot more wolves than I did already, so it can be pretty tough. So let's keep heading out here. It would appear that we have a pretty clear approach all the way to the barn, so that's nice. And then from there, it's not too much farther till we get to the road and the other cabins out there. And then from those cabins, it isn't too far to the other highway. Yeah, so I thought it was just eating like meats and things like that, but no, it's only stuff that you have harvested yourself. So that is tough. Though that does go pretty well hand in hand, especially if you start a game trying to do it with, basically start in Mystery Lake, harvest up all the lakeside crackers, essentially, the cattail stalks and everything like that. That would allow you to go pretty far, and you could probably get the pacifist achievement too if you tried really hard and just followed wolves around and like harvested only the dead bodies of stuff. I mean, you'd live a pretty terrible existence, don't get me wrong, but you could still probably do it. Could do the whole hibernating thing. It's just sleeping 12 hours, you know, drink water, eat just enough food to keep you alive, keep going. Hello everyone who's watching. I know many of you are fairly new. Hope you all are liking the stream. Looks like we threaded the needle between those two wolves, so they didn't talk about the one that was up there and the one that's over there. It appears that we have bypassed their attention, which is nice. Now we are a big clanging, slow mess. We're getting pretty cold, though I think we'll be able to make it to the other cabins. Of course, now we'll have to, because I don't have any wood on me and I'm carrying way too much stuff to make it. Otherwise, I do have the rifle on me, right? Okay, good. Just making sure I wasn't setting myself up for failure here. Pleasant Valley Outbuildings. How nice. There's the main road out there. We can see the bridge just through the trees over there. Over here is kind of a secondary path that leads over there. But we're going to want to stick towards this side. Because what we're doing is aiming for the... aiming for the buildings. Magic, I am 62 days in, and some hours. Right now we're trying to get from the Pleasant Valley Homestead here to Coastal Highway, which is where we have another base. Though it's proving, while the weather is good so far, the wind here is proving quite the annoyance. Especially since I'm a slow, slogging mess right now. Full, weighed down by like 20 kilograms practically of scrap metal. So we're definitely going to try and block the wind as much as possible. Though there's not a lot of opportunity to do that in a lot of areas of Pleasant Valley. Yeah, we're going to get pretty cold. I think what we're gonna do is we'll make it to those little buildings and we'll see if we can't collect some sticks up right in that area so we don't have to carry too much of them as we go. Those will give us a couple minutes to warm up. Even if we only get like 45 minutes or so of the fire, that should warm us up pretty good. We wouldn't need too much to get in. Magic, no, this is the longest that I've made, that I've gone in a run, but it is not my first time playing. Played quite a few campaigns through many iterations of The Long Dark, because it's gone through the wonderful early access process. And I look forward to playing quite a bit more here. Now, of course, there's the 100 and 200 day achievements that we still have to get. We do know how to get that. Okay, there he goes chasing something else. Looks like a rabbit. By the fact that we didn't see a deer. So we're going to Coastal Highway where we have another base and where we have a whole bunch of stuff stockpiled up. And from there we're going to continue out onto Desolation Point. And that's why we're bringing all this frickin' scrap metal and coal. Is because that's where the forge is and I want to use the forge. Because I think it'll be exciting. Maybe exciting is the wrong word. Fun, at least. Okay, we're getting a little cold here. So let's walk on this side of the rock to block the wind a little bit. Plus, I think that was a bit steep of an area to go back that way. Yeah, here's the buildings I was talking about. I do wonder why half these buildings are burned down that we find, but I suppose everything will get explained. The story mode is coming. Alrighty, let's just poke in here real quick. Get the save game going, just in case something happens between here and there. And is this the... yeah, this is the store, so there's not going to be any, I don't think there's any stored anything in here. Do you have 11? Maybe we can just take a sip of water here. Let's just get up just a little bit, because we can't really stop moving for that long. Because we've really got to get back right to the face. That is not ideal. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll hop in here, slap down the bedroll, sleep for an hour to get our heat back up, and hopefully cycle the weather to get something a little bit better. That would be nice. Or at least just change the wind to any direction except the one like exactly opposite to where we're going. And no, nothing changed. Good. Good. Ay. Oh, we must keep pressing on. We kind of zigzag here, it'll get a little bit better. But at least we got our warmth back up. And it's actually not too much farther down the road that we take our turn up the hill. And once we get up the hill, we should be in a pretty good location. Because it shouldn't take too much time to get to the next area. And with the next area should come some new weather, most likely. Yeah, we're doing fine here so far. We've got a couple of sticks if we need them. Not many, to be sure, but a couple. And then once we get into this area, we can have the wind blocked by the wall over here. There we go. You should probably invest in a pair of sunglasses, considering how blinding white it is out here. Near this. There we go, block the wind, which will keep our temperature much better than where it was, and allow us to walk a little bit faster. Let's see. Here should be just around this corner that we go to go back up to the hill. Yes, I believe just past that big rock right there on our right hand side of the road. Should be the area that we go to. Electric, good to see you. Yeah, man. We spent some days at Pleasant Valley. We left Timberwolf Mountain because we'd done a lot of exploring and our clothes were kind of getting bad, and we just wanted to head out to this location. I found that the just spent a couple of days here, so we picked up all the stuff that we'd gotten in Timberwolf Mountain that we wanted, brought it all back to Pleasant Valley, organized it quite a bit, and now we're heading back to the coastal highway. As our base is there, and then we're going to head to Desolation Point and do a bunch of exploring there. And we're lugging currently a copious amount of scrap metal, hence the extremely slow process. The wind has been fighting us almost this entire time. But yeah, that's a pretty quick recap of the past couple episodes. Missing a lot of encounters with animals and hunting and whatnot. How are we doing? We're doing well on energy and everything like that. I'm pretty pleasantly surprised about that. If I'm not mistaken, that's the hill that we're going to climb. And from there it gets us to the blocked highway, crushed highway, I don't know, something like that. Something along those lines. And that's the transition area between there and here. There, of course, being where we're going, Coastal Highway. Alrighty, so yep, let's head up the hill here. How we doing? Good on all stats. Not great, but good. Definitely good enough to continue. Sometimes the travel, especially into the wind, is so much I'm just like, sprint, sprint, yes, must sprint. But again, that seriously drains your stuff. Oh, an electric, we found a prepper stash. There was the one behind the log, near the Timberwolf Mountain rope climb. So, fairly small amount of stuff in there, but it was cool to finally get one. I also do wonder how deep the snow is supposed to be. I mean, his feet don't go too far in, so I'd imagine it's pretty well frozen over, but I do wonder how much of it he's like trying to slog through and everything like that. Alrighty, and now we are, yep, with the barriers, always a good sign. Shows some human part of it, and we can see right straight ahead of us is our entrance. So we head, okay, there is a cave there, I thought there was. The abandoned coal mine here. Let's go right. Plenty of coal, might as well pick it up. We're frickin' already overburdened anyway. Let's try and make this a fairly quick route through the cave here. Though I do remember this one being somewhat long. Oh wow, actually we haven't gone here before. Okay, of course. Is that torch below too? Sweet. Thanks for the torch, buddy. Don't know how you got to the other side, but thank you. Yeah, I was excited to see the prepper bunker. That was really cool. Great. Really gotta stop doing that. Let's go left. I think that was the quicker route. I think right was just led to our body that we just found there. I'm starting to think that this coal is respawning as we go through here. Because I don't think we would have missed this much. but you never know. Certainly not perfect when it comes to picking up everything. But we do want all the coal because we're going to need it all for the furnace. Were there bears in there? There were no bears in the prepper bunker, if that's what the question is. Which is good, because I would have gotten eaten. But there have been bears in quite a few areas. Alrighty. This area, I remember being fairly close to the end, if I'm not mistaken. Hopefully I haven't gotten turned around or anything like that. Nope, we're heading back up here, so this should be good. The mines, no, I haven't found any sort of wildlife in any of the mines that we've gone through. This one, nor the big cave system in Timberwolf Mountain, nor the one between here and Coastal Highway. Or, here, Coastal Highway and, what's it called? Desolation Point. Sounds like it's pretty bad out there. I'd like to reclaim wood, but we don't really need it, so let's just leave the mine. Alrighty, how we doing out here? Coastal Highway, yes. Oh, right. Yeah, I mixed up. This is where the mine is. And the other highway is between here and Desolation Point. See? 62 days into it, still don't have it all in my head. Plod, 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 away we go. But at least it's 22 degrees, so we don't have to worry about the temperature. That was kind of a long one to get down through all the switchbacks. I'm gonna see if we can't try and take this path down a little bit quicker to the highway itself. Because once we're there, should be fairly smooth sailing. Ooh, I don't think we've been to that one before. Yeah, well, this would be faster. I think that's actually asking for a broken ankle or something, a twisted ankle. And I'm pretty sure we have not been in this. Yeah, almost guarantee we've never been in that trailer. But we're going to ignore it for the moment, just because we're laden down with so much stuff anyway. But I do want to make it back to our home sweet home base in the Quinosid Hut. It's actually a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be. There's already the piers out there, so if we head out here, this switchback appears to take us pretty well straight down in the direction that I want to go, so doing pretty well so far. Nice view of all the frozen logs and everything. And we can head out here. As we're going down the hill, again, we're taking this nice and slow because we're so overburdened. And because it's fairly annoying for us to sprain an ankle or a wrist. Both in this case would be pretty bad, because an ankle would slow us down even further, and a wrist would prevent us from using weapons, which would be extremely unfortunate. That would probably kill us, because there's been so many wolves and bears in our home area that that would be rather difficult to survive. I do see the cabins up ahead. I do believe those were the kind of halfway cabins that we discovered on the first time we went down. And there's some of the wood walls. Yep, those are those cabins. We're gonna head down this way. Not over the wall though, we're gonna go around. A bit of ice there blocking us. And heading down this way should be a fairly quick process. And then once we get there, we should be in pretty darn good position. Yeah, we'll be fairly close to where we want to go. Just kind of cut the angle here around the corner. See if we can get away with it. Yeah, looks like we can. Just shave a little bit of time off our travel time here. There's just a lot of switchbacks here in the coastal highway, because especially in a car, that would be difficult to get down. Thankfully though, from here on out, the pathway does lead pretty much directly to where we want to go. Because we can see that we are past the piers and everything like that. Welcome everybody. It seems we've had a couple new viewers join us in the past couple of minutes. Thanks for jumping on and watching us. I think, however, I'm going to cut it even more and go down this gentle-ish slope here. And then we'll just walk along the actual highway itself. And we'll do a switch back there and a switch back here just to keep it nice and smooth. And now we're on the ground level without having snapped any limbs. That's always positive. And an achievement when you're carrying this much stuff, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm a little suspicious that we haven't seen any wildlife yet. Because there's usually a copious amount of it. Pretty sure I'm just leaving some stuff in there, yeah. Yep, there's our village up ahead. We can see it just through there. Oh, there's a deer. Hey deer, how you doing? I wish you were running along the road here, then I could use you to scout out any wolves, which I think we have one right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a wolf right out there. So we may have an encounter here in just a few minutes. Probably even sooner than that if he was walking towards us. I couldn't really tell. But we're very close. We're at the village already. Should probably get the gun out. Yep, there's our huts. Ours should be just past it. We can't sprint because we're so overburdened, which is, you know, something that happens. And now we got it. There's the wolf. Okay, he's walking over that way. Well, I said there's the wolf. I should have said there's a wolf. That may not be the same wolf that we saw over here, because they like to spawn in packs. Okay. It looks like we might get away with it though, without having to fight somebody, which would be kind of pleasant. Oh, never mind. He saw us. Oh, are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Ah. Okay, sprained ankle, first aid, treat the wound, or else we're not going to be able to move at all. I even used the bullet ornament. I can't believe that missed. Ugh. And he got lacerations, which means our clothing got beat up. Yep, lost a couple of percent on each one of them, but not too bad. Ugh. Ugh. Cannot believe I missed that shot. Well, we made it. Oh, hey, look at all this dried out stuff that we have to pick up. We'll get that later. Oh, yeah, look at all this stuff. We're making the wolf pelt and everything. My goodness, look at all this shit. It's fantastic. Alrighty, so here's one more coal. Oh, we can't put any coal in there, okay. Right, we have to have... We just have like a ton of it, don't we? Tools, and more tools, and more tools. Let's put the hacksaw in here, and we can put a torch in here. There's some water, there's some clothing and stuff. Right. How much wood do we are we carrying? A lot. All this is still full. So let's... I think this has a bunch of wood in it. Yes, it does. Let's search more wood in here. And then where do we want to put all of this scrap metal and coal? I think there was a big container out here, if I was not mistaken. No, I think I am mistaken. Can't use the fridge. Oh, right, the lockers. We can use the lockers for it. There we go. Awesome. Ah, look at this freedom of movement. So beautiful. Let's in fact pick up all this coal as well, just so we can put it in the lockers so it's all in one nice tidy place. And we can see how much we'll be carrying when we go back and forth. We're definitely going to have to take more than one trip. Container cannot hold that much. Wow, okay. That is 30 kilograms of coal and scrap metal. That's not counting all the scrap metal in this darn place, too. Well, since we made it, and we just saved there, let's call that an episode. So we'll just switch episodes, and then come right back here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget, of course, to like, subscribe, follow. Have a great time, and we'll see you then.